Hey, it's Patricia Murphy. It's Friday, Casual Friday. This is Seattle Now. This week, we learned that Washington would be getting more vaccines, but we're still not able to deliver them fast enough. Better strap on a few masks. Jeannie Yandel and Eula Bynoe are here to break down the week. But first, let's get you caught up. Enjoy your last weekend in Phase 1 for now. Starting on Monday, Seattle moves to Phase 2. Governor Inslee announced on Thursday that he's relaxing the rules a bit and moving the state's Puget Sound and West regions ahead, even though cases are still going up. In the 7-county area, that's reopening. That means starting Monday, restaurants and gyms can open at 25% capacity and more people can attend weddings and funerals. Meanwhile, state health officials are warning people who might try to sneak into Washington to get a vaccine. Now, if you go to one of the state's 4 mass vaccination sites, you'll need proof that you live or work here. Any state-issued ID will do, or a piece of mail with your address. Anybody currently eligible can get vaccinated regardless of immigration status or citizenship, but you gotta live here. And finally, you've got another shot at 2,000 vaccines this weekend. Thanks to Amazon and Virginia Mason, the company will hold another pop-up clinic at its downtown Seattle campus on Sunday. Same deal as last time. Register ahead of time online at virginiamason.org. Well. Good to see you Friday. This week, kind of boring, considering we're all still here living in a pandemic vaccine nightmare. Oh, wait. Am I just numb? That is numbness. Numbness is what I am feeling. I get it now. Eula Bynoe is here. She's a co-host of the podcast Battle Tactics for Your Sexist Workplace. Hey, Eula.
Hey, how are you, Trish?
Good. Yes or no, do you have any idea what was going on with GameStop this week?
No. So I heard that, I saw something that said that it's good to have some stock in it because people are at their house and not leaving it, I'm sure. Is that the logic?
Well, we'll find out. Jeannie Yandel is here, too. She's a co-host of the podcast Battle Tactics for Your Sexist Workplace as well. Hey, Jeannie, did you spend time this week trying to figure out the difference between a short sale and a short squeeze?
The extent of my understanding of the stock market comes from the movie Trading Places, so no.
Everything I learned about short sales was from Twitter this week.
Wow.
That is for sure. Yeah. Well, here we are again talking about how slowly we're vaccinating people in Washington. Now the state says we're going to get about a 16% increase in doses, but that, of course, doesn't mean we're actually getting them into anybody's arms more quickly. Jeannie, one of the issues is just getting through the gauntlet to get an appointment. And I really, really hope we can fix this.
You know, I realized earlier today that one of the things I feel like this new presidential administration can do is set up boring, effective bureaucratic systems.
Yeah, man.
And distributing vaccines should be a boring, bureaucratic, effective system. It should be predictable. And I didn't realize that was a thing I was excited about, but I'm excited about that. I don't know. It hasn't happened yet, though. Right now, it just feels like chaos.
I don't get why we are bad at everything, And I know maybe it's because we just have a lot on our minds and we just haven't dealt with any of it. And so we just never get to anything. But you're right. But aren't they trying to get Starbucks to give out vaccines?
Yeah, they've got some corporate folks have stepped in, Microsoft, Costco, Walgreens. Everybody wants to help.
Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon was giving shots out recently.
Mm-hmm. Yep. In Oregon, they're vaccinating K through 12 teachers first, interestingly enough. Ethical dilemmas, of course, no perfect solution. But what do you think about putting teachers at the front of the line?
I mean, I think they deserve everything. Yep. I just think they deserve everything. I think they deserve they'd be the first to get the vaccines. I think they also deserve all my money and all my time and all my praise.
Well, here, this is what we're doing here, I guess. This is what I talked to an epidemiologist this week who said, what we're doing in Washington state is to reduce mortality because we're vaccinating the most vulnerable first. But she also says if we'd vaccinate younger people who are spreading the virus, that would stop the pandemic.
Oh, my gosh.
So I feel like, wow, again, no perfect solution.
Wow. I mean, It's really something to live through what's basically a bunch of experiments. Like, what's the best way to get vaccines out to a general population to make sure that the fewest people die and the fewest people get sick? And like, every state is doing it their own way, but they're also doing it with like really imperfect conditions. Like, there aren't enough vaccines. The vaccines go bad. I don't know how it works either, but it's really something to see all these experiments happening in real time.
Overlake Hospital in Bellevue got itself into a bit of a jam this week, reportedly offering special vaccine appointment invites to people who donated more than $10,000 to the hospital. Very bad look, Jeannie. Very bad look for Overlake right now.
I think Eula's screech was a really good response to that.
That's terrible.
That was a really stunning thing to read. I mean, you know, I know that there were all of these other sort of complicating factors, like their entire website crashed and nobody could make an appointment.
You just don't understand.
So, you know, but like, so, yeah, it's just the fact that like you can pay that kind of money and get access. It's not surprising. A bunch of people predicted that was going to happen, but it feels so gross. It's just gross.
Seattle Times published the letter to donors, which began, "Dear person of means." No, I'm just kidding. That's not true.
Dear Scrooge McDuck, congratulations.
No, they did. They said, the hospital said the invite went out to a lot of people, not just major donors. They've also apologized.
Because a lot of people don't have $10,000 to throw up for a vaccine that should be free. The people who are rich can cut the line. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of free. Like, you know, you'll get the, you know, December version. But I'm actually okay with the December version of the vaccine because maybe it'll protect me from all the other global strains that are now flying in. That was my favorite thing I told a friend today. I said, you know, America at this point is like, you know, oh, you have a new strain in Europe? Somebody go get that. And people are like, I'll go. I'm available. So we're going to have so many more fun versions of this because we just are inviting it.
Are y'all double masking for safety? Because, of course, the new COVID is circulating.
I'm totally double masking. Every time I leave my house, I put 2 masks on now.
Yeah. I haven't started double masking. I will start double masking. I just haven't gone anywhere. I mean,
as soon as I go somewhere, 2 masks. I know.
Yeah, I said it early in the pandemic, and I'll say it again. I never remember whether I have brushed my teeth or not. But when I put on a mask, and now especially 2 masks, I can very quickly tell whether or not I've brushed my teeth.
And if you brush that tongue.
Oh, that's so important.
Man.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And the roof of your mouth, too. People, you know, just oral health is important.
More than ever.
More than ever.
More than ever.
That's a great segue because, of course, what we really need to talk about now is the pandemic wall that we have all hit, you know. What started out as COVID fatigue has now become this new level. Tanzina Vega, this week host of The Takeaway, tweeted about it, and it resonated with a lot of people feeling overwhelmed with their jobs and lack of childcare or childcare arrangements and loneliness.
I have started getting annoyed with people who are describing this situation as a marathon because you know what...
No.
Well, yeah, because a marathon ends. And also, you know when the marathon ends. Like, it ends after 26.2 miles. And it's the same ending for everybody. And this is a completely different situation. I don't know what to say about the pandemic wall. It makes me want to... I mean, I'm really glad there's a name for it. I don't know what to say about it beyond, yep, it's real.
My care plan includes onion rings. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
I just opened my refrigerator before we started taping, and there's just a whiff of leftovers from last night's like insanely delicious French fry, onion ring, cheeseburger extravaganza in my house. And the first thing I thought was, am I able to do that again today? Can I order that again today, please?
You can. Yeah.
I'm
going to give you permission. Yeah.
You can, because at this point in life, it's like hospice care. It's just, you know, whatever you want, you get.
All right, one last thing before we go. Speaking of snow, so we talked about people who were jumping the vaccine line for bad reasons. But of course, in Oregon, some healthcare workers this week were driving home after a day of vaccinating people, and they got stuck in a snowstorm with 6 shots of the Moderna vaccine in their car. And they were going to expire if they didn't use them. So these vaccine heroes got out of the car and started going down the line and asking people if they would like to be vaccinated today. So, lovely story. It was actually harder than you think, though, to find the people who were willing to get vaccinated in their car on the highway during a snowstorm.
Yes.
Eula,
are you wearing a white jacket?
Is this a scary story, or is this a great story? If you were somebody in the car.
I think it's, no. I think I would take a hard pass. No, I'm not rolling down my window enough. I felt it. I felt the tap on the window. I felt the little roll down. I felt the, it's too cold. Oh, you want to put something cold in my arm? No, rolling it up. That's what I'm doing.
They found 6 people. One guy, so thrilled, got out of his car, whipped his shirt off right on the highway.
Nope.
And got vaccinated in front of all those people. One woman, so thrilled. She could barely sign her name. She was so excited. And she was the woman who got the last dose was a woman who had missed her appointment earlier in the day.
Oh my God. What a blessing.
Mm-hmm. Jeannie's story warm your heart? Does that warm your heart?
Now that you told us the full story, my heart is warmed. So, I mean, I would also be deeply suspicious of some person coming to my car with a needle being like, I have the vaccine. What? Get out of here. No, you don't. Yeah, but I love that somebody who missed their appointment got the vaccine. That makes me really happy. And also, I mean, earlier Eula said we should be giving all of our money and love to teachers, like healthcare workers too. Like, let's talk about these people who went car to car to car because they didn't want to waste 6 vaccines in a freaking snowstorm. My God, they're such better people than me. Oh, so much better than me. That's amazing.
I'm not getting out of my car.
I know. I wasn't getting out of my car either.
I mean, I'm not. If I was on that team and they were like, we should go give them people, I'd be like, you guys should. Yes, I will make sure the car doesn't have any problems. It's very cold.
All right, we're leaving it there. Thanks again to my guests, Jeannie Yandel and Eula Scott Bynoe, co-hosts of the podcast Battle Tactics for Your Sexist Workplace. Check out their new season coming in March.
And thank you, Trish. We really appreciate you.
Thank you, Trish.
Seattle Now is produced by Caroline Chamberlain Gomez, Clare McGrane, and Jason Pagano. Matt Jorgensen does our music. I'm Patricia Murphy. See you Monday.